Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for March 07, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developing conflict in the Middle East, where tensions between nations have led to a disruption in global oil supplies. The Strait of Hormuz has been effectively blocked due to security concerns and attacks on shipping vessels, resulting in reduced oil production from major producers like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Kuwait. In another story, we reported on the appointment of Italian Archbishop Gabriele Caccia as the new ambassador to the United States by Pope Leo XIV. This move aims to strengthen ties between the Catholic Church and the U.S. government, which have been strained due to disagreements over issues like military intervention and immigration policies. Lastly, we've been tracking the escalating tensions in the Middle East, where a series of events has led to a significant disruption in global oil supplies. The blockade of the Strait of Hormuz has driven up oil prices, with London's Brent crude reaching its highest close in over 2 years at nearly $120 a barrel. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of global politics, diplomacy, and economics. We urge all parties involved to exercise restraint and work towards peaceful resolutions to these conflicts. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall know what's right now. Firstly, the conflict in the Middle East between Iran and the U.S.-Israel coalition continues to escalate, with both sides exchanging strikes. This situation is precarious, not only for the region, but also has far-reaching consequences for global trade and stability. In related news, maritime transport between the Middle East and Japan has been significantly disrupted due to the conflict, affecting imports and exports and potentially leading to shortages and economic losses in Japan. We're also following a rare visit by Taiwan's premier, Cho Jung-tai, to Japan, which holds significant geopolitical weight given the sensitive relations between Taiwan, Japan, and China. Additionally, the U.S. hospitality industry is feeling the effects of global tensions, with international travel down due to conflicts and economic factors, resulting in financial difficulties for hotels and tourism businesses. These stories highlight the interconnectedness of our world, where events in one part of the globe can have profound effects on distant regions, influencing trade, diplomacy, sports, and tourism. We urge our listeners to stay informed about these developing situations and look beyond the headlines to understand the deeper implications for global peace, security, and cooperation. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Tonight, we'll be summarizing our top stories from the past week. We began by exploring the world of e-commerce and fintech, where Shopify Inc. and Robinhood Markets, Inc. have been making waves on Wall Street. Despite some minor misses in their quarterly earnings, both companies have demonstrated remarkable resilience and potential for future growth. As the first always say, don't panic and remember that certain AI stocks may offer greater upside potential with less downside risk. We also delved into the intersection of geopolitics and personal finance, where the ongoing conflict in the Middle East has sent shockwaves through global markets. While some experts advise diversifying portfolios and considering assets like gold to hedge against economic uncertainty, Warren Buffett's timeless advice remains relevant: maintain a long-term perspective and avoid making emotional decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. In other news, we discussed how non-millionaires can now invest in a $1 billion private real estate fund starting at just $1,000. Opening up new opportunities for retail investors to diversify their portfolios beyond traditional stocks and bonds. And, of course, we touched on the importance of staying informed but not letting emotions dictate investment decisions. As the first always ask, where do you stay your money Monday? Remember to stay level-headed, keep your eyes on the horizon, and maintain a balanced portfolio to weather any financial storms. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. In tonight's summary, we'll be covering 3 fascinating topics that have been featured in our recent articles. Firstly, we looked at the latest developments in space exploration, specifically NASA's plans for a new mission to the Moon. We discussed the importance of scientific literacy and the need to appreciate the beauty and complexity of our universe. The Moon's phases are a testament to the awe-inspiring power of celestial mechanics, and there's always more to discover, more to explore, and more to marvel at in the vast expanse of space. Next, we delved into the world of science fiction with a review of Adrian Tchaikovsky's latest novel, Children of Strife. This book is the fourth installment in his acclaimed Children of Time series, which explores the concept of uplifted species and their societies. We highlighted the unique approach taken by Tchaikovsky, focusing on the biological aspects of these species and how they might shape their societies. Lastly, we touched upon the significance of uplifted species in science fiction and recommended other books that explore similar themes, such as the Uplift Storm trilogy by David Brin. These stories offer a compelling narrative that explores the depths of biology, society, and what it means to thrive in a complex universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. In our latest updates, we've been following significant moves in the NFL that promise to reshape the league's landscape. Firstly, the Baltimore Ravens made a bold statement by acquiring dominant pass rusher Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders. This trade not only solidifies the Ravens' defense, but also marks a clear intent to make a deep playoff run. With Crosby on board, alongside quarterback Lamar Jackson and a robust running game, the Ravens are positioning themselves as strong contenders. In another key move, the Chicago Bears addressed their critical need for a center by trading for Garrett Bradbury from the New England Patriots. This deal fills an immediate gap in their offensive line following the retirement of their Pro Bowl center. While reactions to this trade have been mixed, it's seen as a cost-effective solution that doesn't compromise the Bears' financial flexibility or draft capital. Both trades highlight the strategic decisions teams are making to either push for championships or rebuild for the future. The Ravens are betting big on immediate success, while the Raiders are embracing a patient approach to rebuilding their roster. That's a summary of our key stories for tonight. We'll continue to provide in-depth analysis and updates as these developments unfold. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we shared an inspiring tale of resilience and determination as a young girl celebrated her birthday in a unique and uplifting way. Unfortunately, our second story took a darker turn as we delved into a disturbing incident involving the Presbyterian Church in Ireland, where a web of failures within the church's safeguarding mechanisms led to heinous crimes against young boys. Lastly, we reported on a distressing incident in Sydney South, where a group of teenagers gatecrashed a 12-year-old girl's birthday party, prompting a significant police response and raising important questions about policing large gatherings and maintaining public order. These stories remind us that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope for healing, redemption, and growth. As we move forward, it's essential that we prioritize open communication, empathy, and understanding in addressing these complex issues. By doing so, we can foster stronger, more resilient communities where everyone can feel safe and supported. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we have the controversy surrounding Timothée Chalamet's comments on method acting. It seems the young actor took his preparation for a role a bit too far, sparking a heated debate among industry insiders about the fine line between dedication and obsession. We'll be keeping an eye on this story as it unfolds. Next, we're shifting gears to talk about the importance of respecting and appreciating all forms of artistic expression. The recent controversy surrounding Chalamet's comments on method acting highlights the passion and commitment of those involved in the performing arts. It's a reminder that the world of entertainment is alive and well, with a dedicated community of artists and enthusiasts who are passionate about preserving and promoting these timeless art forms. And finally, we're tackling a topic that's near and dear to all our hearts: cable management. That's right, folks. Our tech expert Simon Hill has been diving into the world of cord control, and he's found some game changers. From affordable cable clips to sleek cable sleeves, there are solutions out there for every kind of cable chaos. So, take control of those cables, invest in a cable management tray, or try out one of those fancy wireless chargers. Your desk and your mental health will thank you. Remember, a tidy desk is a happy desk. If you have any tips on how to keep those cables under control, share them with us. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. In this brief summary, we're highlighting key stories from our recent publications. Firstly, we've been exploring the natural world around us, with fascinating encounters with a strawberry tree bearing fruit out of season, colorful frogs, and intriguing fungi. These stories remind us of the beauty and diversity of our planet. We've also delved into the world of conservation, showcasing captivating photography projects that expose environmental crises in Iran and Bangladesh, while also highlighting the importance of preserving unique ecosystems like the Galapagos Islands. Furthermore, we celebrated conservation successes, such as the story of a white-tailed sea eagle preparing to breed, and explored the complex balance of nature through encounters with blind, burrowing centipedes. Lastly, our photography segment featured stunning images from around the world, including Tornado Alley, Lake Urmia in Iran, and Chinese watchtowers in Jiangmen, Guangdong Province. These visuals serve as a powerful reminder of our responsibility to protect and preserve our environment, culture, and wildlife. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.